Hi, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would bring you along zero waste shopping with me, and I'm going to show you some of the pantry staples we get at the zero waste store and how I store them once I get home, and maybe give you some inspiration to go zero waste shopping yourself. And I really want to talk a little bit about the store where I shop at as well, because it's an amazing store in Antwerp. It's called Robuust Zero Waste Shop. If you live in or near Antwerp, I highly recommend going there because their team is awesome, they're super friendly, and they have a lot of products in there, ranging from food to home items to things like laundry detergents. So I definitely recommend you checking that out, and I will leave some other stores around Belgium in the comments in case you don't live near Antwerp. And you can always recommend me some stores in other countries so I can recommend them to you on my Google Maps list, which you can check out in the comments. So let's get started with the zero waste shopping. The store I shop at is called Robuust. It's in Antwerp. When you first get there, you bring your own containers and you label them on the scale to know how much they weigh. I always bring a shopping list with me so I'm more organized and I know exactly what I need. As you can see, it's not a huge store, but they do have a lot of things there. If you use small containers, then you can use this little funnel to make it easier for you. I always start out with things like nuts because those are the most important to us, so I definitely don't want to forget them. And you just fill it by using the handle and pulling down. I get a ton of different nuts here. I haven't bought any nuts in plastic packaging in ages because it's just so easy to get them here. I use these old plastic containers that I've been reusing for more than a year now because I don't feel like buying anything new. They basically have any nut you can think of, even some nut mixes, dried berries, basically anything you need to make a granola. I also got some basmati rice, and I use a big container for this because we use it a lot. And it's really great quality, it's all organic. And these big Tupperwares are super easy to fill a big pot. I also got some quinoa, but I put this in a smaller container because we weren't fully out of it. Then I also got gluten-free oats, which is the first time I've seen something like this. You can bring a cloth bag like this to fill up with dried goods like dried beans, chickpeas, things like that. It's really easy just to throw in your bag and have. They have so many different grains, basically anything you could wish for. And then here I'm also grabbing some dried chickpeas to try for the first time because I usually get them canned. So I'm really excited to try that. And again, I'm putting it in this little cloth bag, which is super easy. It doesn't weigh anything. And I'm just seeing how much I need here. One of my favorite zero waste things that I found is this dried vegetable broth. I use it in my chickpea pancakes and in basically any soup I make, and it just gives it so much more taste, and it's so much better for the environment than those little small blocks in plastic. They also have a ton of things like tea and oils. Here I'm just grabbing some vinegar in my bottle, which I reuse. I do have to say the bottles don't last because the caps do deteriorate from the vinegar, but it's still a glass bottle, you can recycle it. Here you can see they have a lot of cleaning and beauty supplies. Here I'm just grabbing some washing powder. We used to get our washing powder from Ecovet in big cardboard boxes, but we've decided to try this to see how we like it. And then next up I'm just grabbing fabric softener because we do definitely need this here in Antwerp. We use dryer balls as well as a washing machine egg that takes away some lime. At this point, while I was filming, my friend who was helping me left, so yeah, this isn't the best framed, but here I'm just getting some of the fabric softener by tipping over the bottle, and you can fill it in your own bottle. It's super easy. It does take a while sometimes, it depends on the tap, but I really like this because you can get the size you want. Even if you just need a little bit, you can just grab a small bottle, or if you want more, grab a big bottle. It's actually super easy once you get the hang of it. The first time I tried this, I was a little bit scared, and the person working at the store really helped me out. So if you ever feel a little scared to try something at the zero waste store, just ask and they're happy to help you. and then they take off the weight that's on the label when you weigh it on the scale, and then this way you can get the correct price. Here you can see all of my zero waste goodies on my bike. I just got home from the zero waste store, and I thought I would just quickly run you through the different containers I use and what type of items I got. I got some cleaning and laundry supplies. I got some natural vinegar, some washing soap, and some fabric softener. These are all just old containers that I saved. These old ice cream containers I use for the bigger bulk items, so I got some gluten-free oats and some basmati rice. Then in these little bags I have some dried chickpeas and some white beans that are all dry. I also got quinoa, or quinoa, however you want to call it. I got some powdered vegetable stock. Then these are all nuts, which are probably our biggest purchases always at the zero waste store. And this time we got some pecans, some almonds. I got macadamia nuts for the first time. We got unsalted and salted cashews. My roommate likes the salted ones. And then Brazil nuts for selenium, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Important on a vegan diet, these ones. As far as storage goes, I keep my the items I use a lot in these big IKEA jars. This is the gluten-free oats and the rice, and then I have a few smaller ones up here. This is buckwheat, these are mixed beans, chia seeds, and quinoa. And then I have some other things over here like sugar. I just go shopping with little bags or plastic Tupperware, and then I decant them in these bigger glass jars. They're actually really heavy and the tops don't really close very well, so they're not as convenient to bring with you to a store. If I were using a jar like this one, for example, I keep sugar in this, I could bring this jar with me because it's quite convenient to go shopping. And then in this drawer we keep most of our nuts and berries, again in these small little IKEA containers. Then I also have these reused jam jars where I keep things like seeds and coconut and almond. I didn't buy any tea at the store today, but I have been replacing some of my bags of tea with loose leaf tea, and I have been storing them in these Nutella jars, which my roommate loves to buy. So I give them a new purpose this way. And I have a few different ones here like chamomile. Today we also picked up our order from an online shop where we buy certain things in glass jars or in metal jars, because sometimes we just don't want to prepare stuff freshly because we don't have a lot of time. We always get some type of pasta sauce to win some time. And we usually just get what's on offer or get something eco, it really depends. And then I get some things like sauces or fermented vegetables in cans as well, because I'm not yet at that point where I would make them myself. And this is a great affordable and recyclable way to do it. Sometimes it does come in plastic, sadly, and we don't really have control over that, but I just choose to recycle the plastic and, you know, move on with my life. I don't really worry about that too much if it's just every once in a while. Now this rack is kind of a mess right now, but these are all of our herbs and spices, and we've been just keeping them in these little glass containers and refilling them at a local spice store where you can buy bulk spices. And then we also have some reused spice jars where we store things like salt or pepper. And I have a few jars, empty jars, which I can fill with new things soon. I'm looking into herbs and spices I want to buy that I don't have already. So that was my zero waste haul and pantry storage. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe if you did, and I will see you next time. Bye!